this incredible, new intensity of anxiety around saving for things like, saving for her college when she's like not even a year old. So death and money really are things I've thought about.
In Anna's show, she has an episode that focuses on the personal and documents her relationship with her now husband, Arthur, who's a research scientist and was working in Wyoming. The two had temporarily broken things off, and in a quirky romantic gesture to win her back, Arthur got former Senator Alan Simpson and his wife to call Anna on the phone to help win her back. And it worked.
So romantic.
The New York Times even did a write-up about their wedding.
We wondered if such a rom-com worthy story ever feels surreal.
Oh, completely, totally. Like I feel like my life has these layers of being meta because I lived this thing where I was broken up with my boyfriend, Arthur, and then this senator calls me up on my cell phone and wants to talk to me about it because he'd written him a letter.
It's so funny.
I remember very early on, before I even knew what was going to happen with Arthur and me, I told a friend and she's like, you have to make a radio story out of this. That episode first came out before Arthur and I got married. So we were still in that reconciled phase, but I didn't know how it was all going to work out. And I was a journalist in New York City and Arthur is a wildlife biologist who needs to be out in the woods. And that's a structural issue that you have to
Yeah, right.
True. What's been so cool is Al and Anne are they're very much a part of our lives now. I had really great maternity leave and we actually chose to take my maternity leave in Wyoming and we lived not far from them. We're the second people to visit us in the hospital after my parents when our daughter was born.
Wow.
Just this super cool and precious friendship. They were in their 80s when we became friends. And now I think of them as these very close, important, friends and mentors to us.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, it was really inspiring to hear about your story and their story.
Before Anna started Death, Sex, and Money, she was a journalist who focused on politics for 9 years and traveled the country interviewing voters during the 2012 presidential election. Recently, the political climate in the U.S. has been very intense and divisive.
So while Death, Sex, and Money sometimes touches on the political, we wondered how she feels about political journalism now in the current climate.
I got really burned out by the sport of the coverage. Oh, what's he going to say if we tell him what this other guy said about him? And
Yeah.
What I found that I really loved was going out and talking to voters and saying, well, why are you leaning towards this candidate for president? And then you would hear these really rich stories about their real anxiety about not being able to provide the kind of quality of life for their kids that they felt like their parents were able to provide for them. Or, sometimes you would hear very blatant racist stuff. But Barack Obama was a candidate to both presidential elections that I was covering a lot. And people would just, because I'm a white person, they'd say it right into my microphone.
Oh, man.
He was a Muslim or thinking that he just didn't understand America and that kind of stuff. That kind of political coverage, I felt like I was really understanding the kind of undercurrent of the kind of big trends that were motivating, whether it's anger or a feel of collective action and optimism. And that was really interesting to me. The last election I covered was the 2013 mayor's race in New York City, and for a time, Anthony Weiner was a candidate. That was one of my swan song moments, was covering that press conference where he admitted to his second sexting scandal with his wife by his side.
Oh boy,
that was a moment where I was like, maybe I should change focus.
Yeah.
People tell you about their private lives on your show all the time, willingly, of course. And our show is about eavesdropping. So we want to know if you can tell us about something that you've overheard, sort of secretly.
I'm in New York and I went to go get a salad at a very expensive salad place in Soho where I paid $12 for a salad. And there was this very put together, beautiful Manhattan woman standing behind me ordering. And this place is staffed by just the sweetest kind of bro dudes. And she orders her very small salad with her very particular things that she wants in it. One of the bros is just okay, anything else, dude? And I laughed out loud, and then Manhattan woman looked at me and thought I was laughing at her, and I'm like, oh no, and it was just this very terrible social interaction. But I just
that's so funny. Calling that woman dude is just too funny.
That's fabulous.
Great. Well, thanks so much for doing our show, Anna. It's been a pleasure.
It's really
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.